students, today I will talk about the applications of refraction. If, for example, you are having this biconvex lens, and this biconvex lens, this focal length is 1 by f is equal to mu minus 1 into 1 by r1 minus 1 by r2. This is the formula which we are using for biconvex lens or biconcave lens. For biconvex lens, this is having a surface is having a r1 and this surface is r2. This is taken to be positive and this is taken to be negative. One should be taken positive, another should be taken negative. Here, in case of, if this biconvex lens, I cut it in this way from the center. You see, this was an R1. This is positive. And this is a plane. This R2 is taken to be infinity. So you have to take it to be infinite. This R2 has to be taken to be infinite. And secondly, in this case, we are having another. If you are having this biconvex, it was again, this becomes concavo-convex. Or this both are on this side. R1 is also positive, R2 is also positive in this case. So in this way we define these two lenses. And there is a question regarding it. That question is, suppose we cut, this is having a biconvex lens. This, it was cut into two equal parts of focal length. We cut it into two equal parts. When we cut it into two equal parts, what will be the focal length of this one? In this case, one is, we cut, this was a biconvex lens, we cut it is in this way, or we can cut it in this way. We can cut perpendicular to the principal axis. We can cut parallel to the principal axis. Two ways we can cut it. Here, when we cut it in this way, this is a biconvex lens. One is having a focal length R1 that's positive, and this is R2 that's negative. We will take in this way. When we cut it in this way, its nature remains same. Nature will not change. Nature remains same. As it is biconvex, it remains same. Biconvex, it will remain biconvex. And its focal length remain same. Both the things remain same. Number 2, number 1. Nature remains same, focal length remains same. When we cut it in this way, now its nature differs. Now it becomes plano-convex. This R1 is positive and R2 becomes infinite here. This was 1 by f is mu minus 1 by r1 minus 1 by infinity. So the focal length becomes equal to, this becomes mu minus 1 upon r1 is equal to 1 by f. So here the f becomes equal to r1 upon mu minus 1. If you cut it in this way, so focal length becomes in this way, and it becomes that refractive index is this one. It is if we can say this r1 is 3 by 2 minus 1, so focal length becomes, it's 1 by 2, 2 into r1, so f becomes equal to 2, double case of curvature. So focal length becomes double in this way. When you took this, you cut it halfway. So this is one of the applications. Second one is how you measure. Another question is there. That question is a convex lens. It's made up of glass. Having focal length equal to, means focal length is 8 centimeter in air. Now it's dipped in water. What will be its focal length? What will be its focal length? Always this thing in captain mind. Your answer must be 4 times the focal length when it's dipped in water, because refractive index decreases. So when the refractive index decreases, focal length increases. So how we solve it? F is equal to mu minus 1. 1 by f is equal to mu minus 1 into 1 by r1 minus 1 by r2. That's 1 by f is, that's when it was air, 3 by 2 minus 1 into 1 by r1 minus 1 by r2. It was 1 by f in air. Now you dipped in water, the glass with respect to water becomes 9 by 8. So instead of 3 by 2, it was refractive index of glass with respect to air. When you dip it in water, it becomes 9 by 8. So 1 by f in water, it will be 9 by 8 minus 1 into 1 by r1 minus 1 by r2. It was f in air was 1 by f in air 1 by 2 into 1 by r1 minus 1 by r2. This is number 1 equation, and it becomes 1 by 8. This becomes 1 by 8 into 1 by r1 minus 1 by r2. That's 1 by the length of water. So what should I do? I divide this number 2 by 1. So f in air upon f in water was equal to, here 1 by 8 divided by 1 by 2. So it becomes 1 by 8 into 2 by 1. So 1 by 4 f in air upon f in water is equal to 1 by 4. So f in water is 4 times the f in air. So it was 8 centimeter. So the answer comes to be 32 centimeter. So earlier I told you, always this thing kept in mind, when any lens is dipped in water, it's having a refractive index 3 by 2 in air. When it is dipped in water, it becomes 9 by 8. So due to this, there is 4 times increase in focal length. Focal length increases by 4 times. So another question we have to forward, we have to do, we are having, that's I was talking about this concept. This is an object that's placed at a distance, 10 centimeter from a convex lens of focal length 15 centimeter. Find the position and nature of image. Find the position and nature of image. Here U is minus 10 centimeter. Biconvex lens, this convex lens focal length is positive. We have to find out the V. Minus 1 by U plus 1 by V is equal to 1 by F. Minus 1 by 10 plus 1 by V is equal to 1 by 15. So 1 by V becomes equal to 1 by 15 minus 1 by 10. So 150. It comes to be 10 minus 15. So it will be minus 5 by 150. It becomes minus 1 by 30. So V becomes minus 30. So this means object image is on same side. This means virtual image is formed because V comes to be minus 30. If V comes to be minus 30, this means virtual image is formed, and M is equal to minus V upon U. So minus, it could be, that's V is, M is V upon U, it is minus 30 upon minus 10. So magnification is 3 times. So 3 times magnified image is formed with this. Another, we have to solve the formulas regarding that. We will solve that the power of a lens. Power of a lens. Inverse of focal length in meter is called power of a lens. So this is in diopter. This power must be in diopter. Power unit is diopter. If this is a biconvex lens and this is a principal axis and this is a ray and this will pass from the focus, this is the focal length. I do the inverse of this focal length, this becomes the power. So power, this focal length is in centimeter. So what should I do? I divide it by 100. So F by 100, this is in centimeter. You divide it by 100, so it becomes 100 by F in centimeter. That becomes the power. So power of a biconvex lens most probably positive because biconvex lens focal length is positive. So power is positive. In case of this concave lens, the focal length is negative, so power is negative in this case. So biconvex lens is having a positive power, biconvex lens is having a positive power, and the because focal length is positive in this case, but biconcave is having a negative power because focal length is negative in this case. So equivalent focal length of two lenses are in contact. For example, this is one lens and this is second lens. We contact two lenses. We are taking the combination of two lenses. One is lens L1 and another is lens L2. They are on the same principal axis. What should be the power in this case? And image I is obtained by the both, because first is forming the virtual image V1. That V1 is acting as this will form the V1 image. This V1 is acting as an object for this one. It will form the another image, that's V. So one power of this one and another power of this one. We do the combination of these two. When two lenses are in contact with each other, lens formula is 1 by f is equal to minus 1 by u plus 1 by v. Here, when you put this one lens, this is an image is formed. This is V1. So we take it as a V1. This is the focal length f1 of one image. This one lens. Now this V1 is acting as an object for second. So 1 by f2 is minus 1 by V1 plus 1 by V2. So that's what we take. The image formed by it is, that's real, that's V. We will consider it as a V. When this is number 2, this is number 1. When I add both, so 1 by f1 plus 1 by f2 becomes equal to, this will cancel out. So minus 1 by u plus 1 by v. This is 1 by f1 plus 1 by f2 is minus 1 by u plus 1 by b. This becomes the actual power. So this becomes the focal length f of combination of lenses. This becomes f1 plus f2. So this becomes the p1 plus p2. This is equal to p. When you combine two lenses, both are having a focal length f1 and f2. Another point is, suppose these two lenses are separated by a certain distance d. They are not attached to each other. They are having a certain distance d in between them. Then formula becomes different. Here, in this case, the focal length becomes 1 by f, 1 by f1 plus 1 by f2 minus d upon f1 into f2. So now the power finding formula comes to be different. So this will be 1 by, so it becomes equal to this p, this was p1 plus p2 minus d into p1 p2. So this will be the formula. So in this way we solve the power of the lenses. Here is a question, is this one. The question regarding it is that a convex lens and a concave lens, and a concave lens of equal focal length, they are length of 25 centimeter. They are placed in contact, and then find the power. So 1 by f is 1 by f1 plus 1 by f2 is the power. Here one is convex, another is concave. One is convex is having a plus and concave is having a minus. So 1 by f becomes equal to 0. So f becomes equal to 1 by 0. So it becomes infinite. So it will behave as a plane mirror. So in this way the power becomes 0 because f becomes infinite. So P becomes 0. So it will behave as a plane glass. So in this way, so these these lenses are in contact with each other. Another question: two thin lenses, thin lenses are placed in contact of focal length if the combination is focal length or combination is 80 centimeter. The one lens is having a focal length, that's 20 centimeter. Find the power of second lens. Here 1 by f is equal to f1 plus 1 by f2. There was 1 by 80. It was 1 by 20 plus 1 by f2. 1 by 80 minus 1 by 20 is 1 by f2. So x 80 is the LCM. So 1 minus 4 is equal to 1 by f2. So x minus 3 by 80 is equal to 1 by f2. So f2 is minus 80 by 3 centimeter. So power becomes this one. Focal length becomes this one. So power of a second lens is 80 by 3 centimeter. So P2 was 1 by f2. So it is 100 by minus 80 by 3. 80 by 3 comes to be on 300 by 80. So 30 by 8 comes to be 415 by 4. Its value is so minus 3.75 diopter will be the power of second lens. So in this way we can find out the power of second lens. Another question is a convex lens of focal length 20 centimeter is placed in front of concave lens at a distance of 5 centimeter. If parallel rays are incident on convex lens such that emerge parallel from concave. Find the focal length of concave lens. When parallel are coming, parallel are diverging, means they are placed in convex of focal length 20 centimeter placed in front of concave lens at a distance of 5. This means one is this one, another is this one. In front of concave we have placed the distance between them is 5 centimeter. And the rays are coming parallel after diverging rays going again parallel. This means no change in focal length. It behave as a power is 0. So 1 by f comes to be 0. Here 1 by f1, this was 20, this was concave, plus 1 by f2 we have to solve. This is 5 upon f2 into 20. So 1 by 20 plus 1 by f2 minus 5 upon 20 f2. is equal to 0. This taken to be on this side, minus 1 by 20. This is 20f2. 20f2. This was 20 minus 5. So it comes to be minus 1 by 20. 15 by 20 f2. So the f2 becomes equal to minus 15 centimeter. So in this way we can find out the focal length. So this was a combination of lenses. So thanks, have a nice day.